Hi guys, welcome back to Toxic to Me. Aku Ivanna, aku dokter, and today we have a very special guest, Alif. Grew up in Singapore, studied international relations in Melbourne, and somewhat of a seasoned player when it comes to dating online, right? Yeah, why don't you tell us more about yourself?
Hi guys, my name is Alif. I'm 27 years old. Like Ivanna said, I was born here in Jakarta, but I was raised in Singapore. Lived there for about 14 years, and then I went to uni in Australia, and I came back to Jakarta in 2021. So I've been here for about 4 years now, and yeah, I've dabbled in dating apps.
So sejauh ini gimana, Alif? How do you think the Jakarta dating pool is?
Honestly, it's not looking very good. I feel like, my reference is obviously like the dating pool in other countries, kan?
Right, yeah.
So, Jakarta is not, the first thing that comes to mind when I think about the Jakarta dating pool is, everybody knows everybody, which can be a good thing and a bad thing.
Double-edged sword.
Double-edged sword, yes. So
right.
Yeah, it feels even more sempit. Since like, I matched with this girl, and like it turns out she knows this guy that I am friends with, or like this girl that I used to date or went on a date with, that kind of thing, you know. So yeah.
Tapi does that bother you? Itu mengganggu lo nggak? Kayak, the fact that this person that I'm seeing right now knows this person and this person, does it bother you?
Tergantung mereka kenalnya siapa. Tapi for the most part, I would say yes, because when you meet someone, obviously you want to start on a clean slate, right? You wanna start fresh, you know. And I feel like kalau mereka udah kenal, kalau udah ada mutual, itu kayak agak susah untuk clean slate gitu loh.
Yeah. That's one thing I noticed about dating in Jakarta. Kayak semua orang kan kenal semua orang. Jadi there's no way you can have a clean slate. Exactly. No, everybody knows something about you.
Exactly.
And, ya tergantung aja lu nanya siapa kan.
Betul.
It could be a good thing or a bad thing.
Makanya aku seneng banget kalau ketemu orang yang nggak ada mutual sama sekali. It's like I really do get a clean slate, you know, if I meet someone like that. Yeah,
I get it. But does it feel weird to like mau ngomongin apa gitu kayak?
Nggak juga sih. I think malah aku lebih prefer itu. Aku lebih prefer kayak starting from zero, getting to know them from zero lah. Kayak kalau ada mutual gitu kayak, how do you know this person? Tapi ya udah, that's all you can talk about in that specific topic. Tapi kayak the trade-off is obviously the clean slate.
Right. Okay, so udah berapa lama lu on Bumble and dating apps, Tinder gitu-gitu, udah berapa lama?
Udah lumayan lama sih. Kayaknya kan dulu aku tinggal di Singapura. And I left Singapore in 2017.
Right.
And I've been using dating apps since I was in Singapore. So like since 2017 on and off. So kira-kira 8 tahun lah. Lumayan lama sih.
Terus dari dating app gitu, pernah nggak menjalin hubungan? Dapat nggak? Maksudnya, did you get a girlfriend or
Pernah. My last girlfriend was actually from Bumble, yang di Jakarta. Yeah.
Di Jakarta.
Yeah.
How long did you guys date?
Not very long. Officially, it was about 4 or 5 months. Tapi like, obviously, after we broke up, we still kind of saw each other, which was not the best thing to do.
Yeah. Wasn't a clean break lah ya.
It wasn't a clean. It never is, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, putusnya kenapa?
Diselingkuhin.
Oh.
Yep. And that was itu pertama kali aku diselingkuhin juga, jadi kayak
big
lumayan.
Blow.
It was a big deal lah, yeah. It was a big blow.
I see. And how long had that been going on? Lu diselingkuhin berapa lama?
Since the beginning, apparently.
Sama siapa?
Mantannya.
Did that make you lose faith in dating apps, or are you still fighting? Masih berjuang?
I wouldn't say maybe lose faith in dating apps, tapi lebih ke lose faith in women. No, I'm just kidding. But aku ingat kayak when that happened itu kayak aku sempet kesel aja kayak wah.
Iyalah, wajar.
Karena apa? Karena at that point juga banyak teman-teman aku diselingkuhin juga, which I felt like was very coincidental, but also like says a lot about the dating pool.
I see. So when you're on these dating apps, yang lu cari apa sih sebenarnya? Are you looking for hubungan yang serius, atau cuman mau have fun, atau cuman HTS-an? What are you looking for?
Sebenarnya tergantung sih. Like I mentioned, I've been on dating apps for about 8 years now. And obviously, in those 8 years, I've had different phases in my life, and I was looking for different things in those phases. Jadi kayak, but for the most part, I feel like the best thing to do is to go in with no expectations.
Right.
I feel like it's best to just go in and like let it flow. Like if you expect too much, you're gonna get disappointed, you know. So I always go in with like, okay, let's just see where this goes. If I like her, that's great. If she likes me, that's great. Jalanin aja.
Right now, currently, are you on dating apps
Yes,
after
I
breaking? Because you just went through a breakup, right?
Yep. Right now, I would say I'm not looking for anything serious because of what I just went through.
Right.
So I'm gonna give myself a little break from like getting into anything serious.
Okay.
For the time being.
Could you tell me so far you're straight, right?
Yes, I am.
Could you tell me so far what are the women like that you've met on Bumble in Jakarta and things like
The
that?
women, I find myself gravitating towards anak yang orang Indo tapi gedenya di luar.
Okay, jadi international.
Sort of international, like third culture kids basically.
Okay,
Karena lebih gampang aja ngobrolnya, lebih banyak. We have more in common, there's more common ground.
It's easier to
and
relate.
It's easier for me to connect juga. Also, the language barrier is a big thing as well because I don't know if you can tell, but my Indo isn't very good. So if I had to be with someone who's speaking in full Indo, I would struggle a little bit compared to someone who's like raised abroad or like went to international school.
Yeah, I would agree.
Lebih bisa gampang lah. Lebih gampang connect-nya.
Yeah, I've been with people who couldn't speak English at all, and it was
what
hard.
It's like.
It was hard.
Yeah. What was the biggest struggle for you, like dating non-international school people?
For me, it isn't about if they're international or not. For me, it's just language barrier.
Language, right?
Language barrier. Because gue dulu kan sekolah di sekolah inter, and I grew up speaking English.
Right.
And even though like I was born and raised here, I'm more comfortable speaking English. My first language is, I think you could say my first language is actually English.
Same.
Jadi susah kadang kayak, sometimes it's hard for me to describe what I'm feeling in Indonesian.
Yeah.
This was at the beginning. But then after that, I went to medical school, right? Gue sekolah kedokteran. And then in medical school, I think I learned how to speak Indo properly.
Yeah, you have to almost.
Yeah, because pasien lo kan rata-rata orang Indonesia dan nggak bisa bahasa Inggris. Pasti lo yang harus menyesuaikan kan.
Betul.
Yeah. So, but it did make me realize that even though I can speak Indonesian now, at the very least, I need someone who understands English.
Yep.
So even though I speak in English, this person understands what I'm saying.
I also feel like, for me, a big thing when connecting with someone is me being able to make them laugh. And my sense of humor is very,
witty.
Very witty, and also I feel like a lot of my jokes, a lot of
your references are
that I make are very like reference luar lah.
Yeah.
And I can't make someone laugh if they don't understand my references or get my jokes. We have to have the same sense of humor gitu. I would even say like when it comes to my humor, I'm a bit whitewashed.
Since you broke up, how many Bumble dates have you gone on? Sorry.
Not a lot, honestly. That was in August. That was in late July. Less than 5 lah.
Less than 5. How have they been so far? Gimana sejauh ini? Ada yang progress to second date, third date, atau?
No, I think the most was like 2 dates or 3 dates max. Tapi nothing too serious. I think it's because my intention when going to these dates is not to like find someone, it's just to like help me get over my ex.
Right.
Which I know is not very nice.
Ya, tapi asal lu ngaku, lu jujur, lu transparan dari awal, it should not be a problem, right?
I always tell people like, obviously when you're on a date, pasti bakal ngebahas mantan. When was your last relationship, and then that's when I like let it out, you know.
Right.
I feel like talking about it also with dates, it helps me
get over it.
Yeah, get over it a little bit, like bit by bit lah.
Okay. But at your peak, how many matches do you have in a day, would you say?
At my peak?
Yeah.
In a day, I wouldn't say like matches, but like the amount of people I was talking to in a day was pretty, like maybe like between 10 to 15 in a day, which is really bad. I know this is like when I was like, yeah, I get a lot, but yeah.
Hey, but if you're single, it's fair game, no?
Exactly.
Fair game.
Exactly. Just a free single man in the free world, you know.
Finding his way.
Why not, right? Yeah.
Finding his woman.
Yes, exactly.
Ada nggak cerita menarik, pengalaman menarik selama lu ketemu orang-orang ini?
Yeah, honestly, in terms of like crazy stories, yang paling gila itu pas di Aussie sih. Because I was on dating apps juga pas di sana kan. And I matched with this one girl. Oh my god, I can't believe talking about this. Yeah, I matched with this one girl, and then like we talked, we were vibing on text, and like we decided to meet up. Our first date, she invited me over to her place when she was gonna cook for me.
Oh,
and
that's
I was
sweet.
gonna be
right?
like, I brought like wine and stuff. We were gonna watch a movie. It was a very wholesome date, you know.
Wholesome, yeah.
Yeah, so I went to her place.
Okay.
So she lived on the second floor. So I went up. She cooked for me. We ate. We had a good time. We had dessert. Drank some wine. We moved to the couch, right? And then like we just
getting fun.
We were just watching a movie or something.
Right.
And then like behind the TV there was it was facing the window, right? So I could see like there was like a red light coming out from the window from like the ground.
Okay.
Like, wait, what is that? Tapi at first I ignored it because I shouldn't care about
whatever.
it. Yeah. So I ignored it for a couple of times, and then like eventually it got me like, okay, I can't handle this. What is that? So I got up and I asked her like, what is that? Is something happening? Something burning? Because it could be fire, right? And then she was like, yeah, about that. My neighbors are actually they have a cult. So they were doing like a ritual.
A ritual?
Yeah, it was like there was a fire in the middle, and then there was like they were dancing around the fire. And then when I opened the window, I could hear like them chanting stuff, which is very scary and very off-putting. And yeah, that just made me like I was speechless at that point. I didn't know what to do. Like I was also kind of scared, but like that just made me lose.
But this girl is not in the cult, right?
No, I hope not. I don't know. Like I left not long after that because like
how is she okay living next to
I don't
a
know.
cult?
I think maybe she got a good price for the place. I don't know, but like apparently it was a nice place. It was in a nice area as well. But like that was kind of freaky to me, and that didn't make me want. And that like,
I bet
something about that made me like, okay, I think I need to go home now. So I just told like, hey, I'm a bit tired. I'm a bit drunk as well. I think I want to go home. So I did, and I dashed through because when I left the place, I had to walk past the cult, right? So like I just ran so fast. Never ran so fast in my life just to get out of there. So yeah, that was
no second date then.
No second date, unfortunately. I know it's not her fault, but at the same time, like, I don't know, that just kind of threw me off.
Yeah, I'm not dabbling in that shit.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, like you said, she could be part of the cult. We never know, right?
Maybe bagian recruitment.
Maybe she's the boss. Maybe she's the boss. Yeah, she was trying to recruit me. Maybe I don't know.
Mungkin she's head of recruitment.
Yeah, HR-nya.
HR-nya.
Yeah.
Mungkin dia lagi, scouting you, potential member.
I guess we'll never know.
We'll never know. Speaking of though, do you have any rules? Lo ada peraturan apapun nggak kayak when you're going on these dates, like, for example, who pays? Do you pick her up, or no sex on the first date? Things like that.
Okay, let's go through it one by one. Who pays? Usually I pay because I feel like I know now is the age of like woke and like feminism and everything, and girls actually do offer to pay sometimes, but I don't know. I feel like as a man, as a gentleman, I feel like it's only right if I pay, especially if I ask her out.
Right.
I pick the place and everything.
Right.
So I usually try to pay for the first date. Picking up, no, because I kind of feel awkward as well to pick her up because I might send her home, but I don't think I'll offer to pick her up because I look at it from like the girl's point of view.
Yes.
She doesn't want to know where she lives, right?
Because I've been on like dates like on Bumble, and the guy, I think out of respect, dia nawarin lah, mau nggak kalau gue jemput and things like that. Tapi kayak agak serem kan, this is a person you're meeting off the internet.
Right.
Kalau dia tahu lu tinggal di mana, and then ternyata dia orang gila apa segala, kan agak serem.
Yeah.
So I do get that.
If it's like a second date where like we've gone through the first date and everything was nice, okay, then second date let's pick her up. Tapi first date, like I feel like it would be kind of weird for me to put the pressure on her to like need to pick you up, know where you live, you know.
Right.
Yeah. But I always offer to like send her back home, see.
No kissing on the first date, no sex on the first date.
Honestly, for that, there's no set rule. I feel like for me, like if it happens, it happens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're down. You're fine.
Yeah, but for the most part, yeah, I'm down.
Okay. Has it happened before?
Yes.
So like, how do you stay safe? Like because these are people that you don't know them before, right? Okay, you don't know their sexual history, you don't know their dating history, you don't know their health history. Gimana caranya lo make sure lo aman gitu?
Staying safe, I feel like I feel like me personally, the right thing to do would be to ask. But obviously, that's not a very nice thing to ask on the first date. Especially, it might kill the vibe as well. Like you guys are about to get it on. Like, by the way, have you gotten tested in the past 6 months? That would just like throw them off, right? And like, it might make me fumble, you know?
Right.
And also, but I feel like the best thing to do is just use protection, see? Like, I always do, even if it's like not the first date, even if it's like a couple dates down, I always use protection, see?
Do you like regularly get tested or?
No, actually, I've been meaning to do that, and I should. Tapi, I mean, I haven't
gotten around to doing that. Yeah. You mentioned that you've been on dating apps in Australia and Singapore and also here. How do you think the dating norms different between these countries?
Jakarta and Singapore are pretty similar. I mean, like, I don't know the exact reason, but I would say karena dua-duanya di Asia aja sih. It's very like the Asian mindset is very apa ya? It's very, the guy has to be a gentleman, this and that. Tapi in Australia agak beda menurut aku karena independent, I guess, for lack of a better word, because they're the ones that usually offer to pay or like they're
lebih inilah ya, lebih. I think the expectations are different, right?
Yeah.
Kalau Asian is very kayak cowoknya yang harus bayar, cowoknya yang harus jemput,
cowok yang antar pulang.
Yes, kalau I think. Because my sister studied in the States and she lives in the States, and I think dating norms here and there are very different.
Yeah.
Like di sana tuh bisa split or ganti-gantian.
Betul.
Right? Yeah.
Di sini I feel like it's a bit more taboo. Like if I were to ask that, I would never ask, but like if I were to ask that on the date, they'll be like, "Whoa, is this guy for real right now?" Yeah.
Yeah, ngerti.
Yeah, pelit, mokondo.
Mokondo.
Yeah.
Mokondo. Why do you think girls are attracted to you? Do you think you do well on dating apps or?
Fairly. I mean, like, it's hard to say, like, okay, one thing I noticed about girls versus guys on dating apps is girls do way better on dating apps because they get a lot more right swipes. They get a lot more likes compared to guys, right? I've compared this with my girlfriends, with my exes, with my girlfriends. They get like 10 kali lipat more likes than us guys.
Because I feel like men are not as picky.
That's true.
Hot
that is also
swipe,
true.
right?
Yeah.
Hot swipe, right?
Yeah, they don't even like. Sometimes they don't even scroll down to see like the bio, the other pictures. As long as you get them on the first pic, you get a like.
Yeah.
You know.
Kalau cewek kan lebih milih-milih lah. Kayak, is this guy like legit? Is he boring? Is he funny? Does he have character? Does he have personality?
They go to his music taste. They go to his hobbies. What does he like? That sort of thing.
I feel called out. Do you think you do well?
I would say fairly, yeah. I think what makes me do well, I think, is my like I said, I like to make people laugh.
Right.
That's my thing, sort of. So like, if I can make you laugh, I'm not even gonna bother. Like, I almost feel like.
Okay, berarti humornya udah terlalu beda.
Yeah, betul.
Nggak bakal
like,
nyambung.
From the beginning, I kind of have to like gauge whether like, can I make this person laugh? Does this person get my humor? Because like, yeah, that's my thing, right? And I feel like a lot of girls like me back on dating apps juga karena they think I'm funny from the jump, like from my bio or like from my first message, stuff like that.
Should we include his bio?
No.
If he's open,
like
no,
only
the bio. Only the bio.
Only the bio, yeah.
Only the bio. How do you make it a priority to like approach women respectfully and make sure that these women feel comfortable with you?
Yeah, of course. I feel
and
like.
How do you go about that? Like,
I feel like approaching women respectfully is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of sad, but it's like, I feel like it's a bare minimum, but not a lot of guys do that these days. They just, I think a lot of guys, I mean, like, this is probably why a lot of guys like so many girls on dating apps juga, is because they're just looking for like a quick one night stand type of thing.
Yeah.
And for me, generally, I would say I'm a bit more respectful when it comes to like dating apps. Obviously, I want to get to know them first on the like chat a little bit on the app. Only then, like maybe if we're vibing, we move to WA or IG, and then like I think my main thing is just to like listen to her, like get to know about her interests, what she does, like work, her hobbies, stuff like that, and then only then like if I feel that she's comfortable and I feel comfortable, only then we move to another app, and then eventually I'll ask her out.
Okay.
Gitu aja
Do you
sih.
guys like video call or call before ever going on a first date?
Sometimes yes, but me personally, I never initiate that because I don't know, for some reason I just don't. But usually I just text and then we go on a date and then go from there.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah. But I do find that a lot of girls in Indo do like video calling or calling first before we meet up, as compared to like girls in Singapore and in Australia. For some reason, I don't know why.
That's new information for me. Gue baru tahu.
Yeah.
Because gue takut buat video call or call.
So you don't do it, right?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I'd rather go on a first date first and see where it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see like a pattern. Like girls in Indo, they do that usually before they ask for like calls, which is fine. I get it.
Well, since you said you do fairly well on dating apps, what do you think makes a successful Bumble profile or dating profile?
A big part of it, I would say, depends a lot on your first picture, like the main sort of picture that you have.
Okay, let's get into the formula of dating apps.
Yeah.
Come.
I feel like if you have a solid picture, that you can put as your main picture, you would, because a lot of girls, like guys, they also just go based on the first picture and then this guy is like handsome or like cute or whatever. Then they scroll down and see the rest.
But what makes a solid picture?
Honestly, I feel like a solid first picture is one that first of all, you have to be alone in that picture. Don't have your friends or your family or whatever in that picture.
Yeah.
Number two, I feel like animals like pets help a lot. If you have a dog or like a cat.
Okay.
I know some guys like to pose with a fish.
Oh.
That works as well, I guess. I don't know. But like dogs or cats are the go-tos here. Like
I had a guy friend who borrowed my dog to take a picture.
Exactly.
And put it as his dating profile.
Yeah. I'm sure he does well.
He does well. He said, if you compare before I used your dog and after I used your dog, it's crazy.
Yeah. So that's a plus point as well. And yeah, just like obviously show like your best features, like if you have a nice jawline, make sure to highlight that in the photo. If you're tall, make sure it's like a full body pic or whatever. If you have nice hair, showcase that, whatever works for you.
I heard also, gue pernah dengar katanya kalau cowok kan you can put up to like multiple pictures, right?
6, I think.
6 or something. Itu tuh semua nggak boleh selfie.
Yeah.
Itu harus ada yang fotonya difotoin orang.
Betul.
Terus harus ada yang fotonya you're doing something that you like,
Betul.
you're working, hobby, whatever.
Yeah.
Foto
Playing
sama.
sports maybe.
Yeah. Pokoknya kalau all of them are pictures are like that tuh katanya kayak narsis.
I know some
Langsung
girls,
di blacklist.
they get the ick when they see a guy take a selfie. That's why I have zero selfies on my dating apps.
No selfies.
Unless it's like a super fire, like you look like mad,
Chat.
handsome,
Giga
like
chat.
jawline, everything on point. Then why not? You're allowed one. Max. Yeah,
Okay.
one selfie.
And no pictures with females, right?
Never had a picture with a girl on my dating app.
Since you date internationally, do you fly out to see some of these people? Misalnya Singapore,
Yeah.
Australia.
There have been times where, obviously like I grew up in Singapore and I have a lot of friends from there. And sometimes my friends over there will introduce me to someone,
Right.
like their girlfriend over there. I've done it once or twice or thrice or 4 times. But like I would fly out to Singapore just to like, obviously I would go there to see my friends and do other stuff, but
Sekalian.
one of the intentions would be to
The
go on a
girl.
date with a girl, yeah.
I see. Damn, niat ya.
Yeah.
I heard a little bird told me that you won a competition.
Yes.
A performative male competition.
Yeah, that wasn't too long ago actually. That was about 2-ish months ago.
Please tell more. Tell me more
so
about that.
This performative male thing has been a big thing in the US like in the past few months.
Right.
And they've had those in like New York and whatever. And then I think even, I don't know. Yeah, it was a big thing in the States.
It was a big thing on
Europe.
TikTok,
Yeah,
right?
it was viral on TikTok.
Maybe we can put a definition of performative male.
Yes.
What is a performative male?
Yes.
Tapi intinya performative male tuh men who do things solely to impress
For female
women.
validation.
For
yeah.
female validation.
Guys who listen to female artists, read female literature, drink matcha, like labubus, all these other performative things, just to get the attention
Of a
and
female.
respect of a female. Yes.
And you won, right? Menang kan?
I wasn't a champion. I was in like I think I was 5th place or something out of like 30 people. So yeah, it was a very. My friend was the one who organized this competition actually, and she got me to join, and that's why one of the reasons why I joined juga. But it was very fun. It was a nice little community event held in a community space, and I supported that. So
what did you do?
So like basically what they got us to do was they lined us all up in a row.
Right.
And all of us would have to go to the middle one by one to talk about, basically play a character. Like, why are you performative? What makes you performative?
Okay.
And yeah,
your performative act.
Performative act, yeah, performing basically. And like everybody brought like a book, like a female literature book. They brought matcha. Obviously, they dressed in like I was wearing like a t-shirt and a cardigan and like loafers. Very much into the stereotypical performative male at the time. And everybody was bringing, the people were bringing like records from like Taylor Swift, Mitski, who else is like, yeah, all these, Sabrina Carpenter, I don't know. Yeah, all these like artists that females love. And yeah, I think what set me apart from the rest was, and this is what made me win as well, is when it was my turn, I didn't talk much, but I just whipped out a pack of sanitary pads, a pack of pads from my bag and just started giving them out.
To the crowd?
Yeah, and the crowd went crazy on that one.
So would you say you're a performative male?
Not really. Because, I don't know, I feel like me and the other guys who were there, I feel like it was all kind of just an act.
Okay.
And it was just funny.
It's just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, shits and giggles. It was a trend, obviously, right?
Right.
And trends, and especially trends like this where it's meant for guys. And I feel like I could play that character very easily. I'm very chronically online as well, so I know like what that is. That's why I joined. But at my core, I don't think I'm a performative male, I think.
If you have any questions, please shoot.
I got one. I feel like this is like more of a psychology thing.
Okay, but I'll try. My friend is not here today to answer our psychology questions, but I will try to the best of my abilities.
So, me in my dating history, one thing that I noticed about myself is sometimes I love the chase more than like getting the actual girl. And I don't know, I think it's like a dopamine thing or like I don't know, some chemicals. I'm sure it has something to do with chemicals in my brain, but what makes humans in general like the process of getting something more as compared, and then when we finally get it, we don't even like it. We don't even want it that much.
I think we discussed this in one of our episodes, The Science of Attraction, right? You can watch that for reference later. But basically, also, there's a lot of factors there. There's intrigue, penasaran dong sama orangnya. And then there's like, we as humans have a tendency to like things that are slow burn, or we have to work for it. Yep. You know what I mean? And then when you get it at the end of the day, it's not all what you imagined. It's not like, so it's like, it's more of the high that you get, the dopamine high that you get while you're chasing this person. And also sometimes, I don't know if you notice, but a lot of people, they tend to like people who are...
Don't like them back?
Yeah. Lu bakal lebih suka orang yang agak panas dingin sama lo daripada yang dari awal tuh kayak, I like you.
It's part of the game.
It's part of the game.
Honestly.
And that's what makes us sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we actually covered this in one of our previous episodes. So
is there a way to get over that? Is there a way to like cure that or something?
I think it's not really cure, but I think you have to acknowledge it. To know that, okay, this is me liking her. Do I really like her for her? Or do I like her because she's kind of standoffish?
Yeah.
And she doesn't give me the time of day. And I'm intrigued. Yeah. You know? When you analyze that, then maybe you'll realize, okay, I don't actually really even like this person.
It's very toxic, I know, but like, unfortunately, I think that it used to be me a lot. Now, not so much, but that's something I noticed about myself a couple of years ago.
I see. I, for one, have never actually experienced that. I don't know. I always liked people who are consistent.
Okay.
Like,
but do you sort of get happy when you're like chasing a guy? Does it make you feel some type of way atau gimana?
I don't remember the last time I chased a guy. Wait.
Not really. I wouldn't say chasing, but like the PDKT stage where like, oh, this guy wants me, but I kind of want him back.
Like the tug of war, you mean?
The tug of war, the hot and cold, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, to some extent, it makes me feel kaya, aduh nih orang maunya apa sih? Gitu, like there's
but
some
you like
fun
it,
in
we
that.
like it though, right?
But I like it for like 2 days max, and then I'm over it already. I'm like, gak jelas. Bye.
Okay. So you don't feed into that. You don't feed.
I don't
into
really feed into it.
Okay, that's
But
good.
I do have a lot of female friends or even male friends who do feed into it. They're like, oh, greget gitu.
Yeah.
So I do get it.
It's kind of toxic, I know.
Okay, jadi kali ini kita mau try something new. We're gonna have a little segment, a little game show segment within the episode. Kita bakal play a couple games ya, Alif, if you're down. And we're gonna start off with bare minimum or princess treatment. Gue sebut sesuatu, gue sebut something, and then you tell me if you think this is the bare minimum or if it's princess treatment.
Okay, let's go.
First one. You plan the date or he plans the date instead of asking where do you want to eat. So, pokoknya from the moment you guys meet until the moment you send her home, you plan everything.
Bare minimum.
Bare minimum.
Yeah, I feel like it's not that hard. And I feel like if I'm asking a girl out, I should be the one planning. Because imagine like I ask you out and then like you have to be the one planning the date. That would be very nice, right? Exactly.
I'd be like,
yeah,
bye.
Bare minimum.
Okay. Opens the door for the girl.
Bare minimum.
Bare minimum?
Honestly, like, why is that? If you think that's princess treatment, you need to check yourself, bro.
Carries her stuff for her or even her bag.
Bare minimum.
Bare minimum.
Yeah.
If her feet are hurting, you gendong.
As a joke, yes, I would do that. Tapi I wouldn't. I feel like if she wants me to gendong her like the rest of the date, itu princess treatment sih.
Okay.
Yeah.
But would you do it?
I would do it, yeah.
Okay.
Until her feet don't hurt anymore.
Oh damn. Kalau shopping, like she's shopping, she expects you to pay for her.
For this one, I think it depends. How far along are we in the relationship or situationship or whatever? I feel like kalau masih baru-baru and she asked me to pay for her shopping, her clothes or whatever, itu princess treatment sih.
Okay.
Tapi if it's like a girlfriend,
yeah
sure.
Girlfriend?
Why not? Once in a while, I will buy you some nice stuff after gajian.
Okay. She expects you to stay up and temenin dia sampai dia tidur atau ngantuk. Walaupun you're sleepy.
I'm a bit 50-50 on this one because like I would do it like obviously like if she's like working late or whatever aku bakal temenin tapi kayak within reasonable hours lah. If you ask me to stay up until like 4 or 5 a.m. we are working the next day, you know.
Right.
Tapi if it's like if it's not too late like 2 a.m. 1 a.m. still fine lah.
Okay. From my experience, this next one.
Yeah.
From my experience is very 50-50. A lot of people are very pro, but a lot of people are also very against, contra.
Okay.
Sleep call. Every night.
Sleep call once in a while is okay. Every night is crazy.
So princess treatment.
Princess treatment, yes.
Okay.
My phone is gonna rusak and my laptop is gonna rusak if I leave it on the entire night for like every day. Also, I feel like sleep call is a very Indo thing as well. Something about Indos and calling.
That's true.
I
don't know.
Yeah. I never had this in Singapore, in Australia. Nobody asked for this.
For sleep call?
Yeah. It's not even a term over there.
It's not a term, right?
Right?
That's what I was about to say. Sleep call is very, like, it's so real in Indo that they have a word for it. Sleep call.
When I first heard it, I was like, oh, that's what it means. I mean, like, obviously, you can obviously kind of tell what he meant, but I've never heard that term anywhere else.
She expects you to accompany her to run errands or menial things.
Bare minimum. That's a good date, honestly. If you guys can, like, go be together while you both run errands or she runs errands, you get 2 in 1. You get to spend time with your loved one and get errands done. Why not, right?
Okay.
Bare minimum.
What if she expects you to respond fast? Like on text?
Bare minimum still.
Bare minimum.
I feel like...
Respond fast, kabarin, gitu-gitulah.
Yeah. I mean, like, communication is a big thing for me as well. That's why for me it's...
bare minimum.
Bare minimum. Unless, like, unless, like, I don't know, if I'm working that day or if I'm busy and she like, gets mad at me for not texting back, like, in 5 seconds, it's too princess treatment. It's a bit too clingy.
But you would say, no, if you were busy.
I would tell her, like, before, hey, I'm doing this today, I'm doing that today.
Okay.
I wouldn't be as active. And if she still gives me, like, shit for it, itu princess treatment for me.
Princess treatment. This next one juga a lot of conflicting opinions.
Very polarizing.
Asks to be posted on your social media.
Tergantung how far along are we again. I mean, like, I would say a lot of things boil down to that juga sih. how deep you guys are in the relationship. Tapi kayak if we're not even serious yet, if we're still like masih PDKT atau no, not even PDKT. If we're still like in the first few dates and she asked me to pose her, like, why? Tapi if we're official and we're like boyfriend girlfriend already, I would even do it before she tells me to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So bare minimum basically.
Bare minimum, yeah.
Maunya makan cantik mulu. She's not down to eat like good food. Good but cheap food.
Princess treatment.
Princess treatment.
Because I feel like there's so much good food everywhere. Like you can't be, I don't know, something. I feel like you're kind of you're kind of spoiled if you only go for like makan cantik where it's like one meal is like sejuta or whatever. I feel like that's every date has to, if you expect me to pay for every date and every date has to be like that, that's too much. That's princess treatment, see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
Please pick out your flags. I'm gonna ask you guys a series of questions, and then you raise your flag if it's a red flag or a green flag for you.
Okay.
All right.
After 3 dates, she still has Bumble installed.
Beige. Yeah. 3 dates is nothing.
3 dates
honestly.
is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
I've been on like 5 dates and still have Bumble installed on my phone.
Doesn't ask to split the bill.
Doesn't ask to split.
For me, that's a beige flag. I mean, like, I'm gonna pay regardless. Tapi, I mean, it would be nice, obviously, if the girl offers to pay, but
Okay, maybe leaning more to red. I don't mind personally kalau every now and then kita gantian. Like, let's say in the relationship, 60%, 70% of the time he pays and 30% of the time I pay. I don't mind. Apalagi kan, of course you want to like treat your loved one apa sekali-sekali kan. It's not always one way. But I've also been on a date from someone, like with someone from Bumble, where we went for coffee and I paid. I know, I would like, he wasn't pulling out his money.
Yeah.
So I paid. And I thought he would at least like offer to like split. Like, if you're not gonna cover mine, it's fine, but at least cover yours, you know? And he did not. He just went to the toilet.
That's crazy.
For me, there was no second date after that. I think I don't expect the guy to pay for me on the first date, but pay for yourself, you know? Minimal lo bayar buat diri lo sendiri lah.
Yeah.
They don't have social media.
Green flag. Hell yeah. I love a mysterious woman.
I love bapak-bapak.
Oh.
No, guys, that's crazy. That's crazy. No, I love guys my age who are old souls and don't really understand technology and are gaptek.
Yeah.
I love gaptek guys. To me, it's like,
Why though? What makes that attractive about a guy?
they tend to be emotionally stable. They tend to be more mature.
Okay.
They tend to know what they want and what they're looking for. As opposed to like, right, I'm not dissing you in any way. As opposed to like e-boys.
Whoa!
E-boy.
I didn't think you were gonna say that.
He's a retired e-boy. He's no longer. Yeah.
That's why I said, no offense, I'm not dissing you in any way. Because I actually know you and you're funny, but...
You wouldn't even have to it. But yeah, I would have. No worries.
Wait, what did you think I was gonna say?
I don't know. I didn't know.
I don't know. I don't like e-boys.
Yeah. That was a dark time, say.
Fair.
Not my type.
Okay. The complete opposite. They're very active on social media.
I don't think this is a red flag. To me, it's not a
Yeah.
red flag. It's just not my preference.
Mm.
But it
For me,
doesn't...
neither, see. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a beige flag. It's like, yaudah lo eksis di sosmed.
Yaudah. Sometimes it's their job as well. A lot
Yeah,
of girls I
if
know are
that's
like
how
work in
they-
social media.
If that's their passion, if that's how they, get that bag,
Yeah.
then who am I to judge,
Exactly.
right?
People pleasers.
Yeah. I would say red flags. But I also am guilty of being a people pleaser, I think.
I think deep down, gue tuh orang yang gak enakan. So I am a
Yeah.
people pleaser. But I am very, very, very fiercely
Aware.
protective
Oh, right.
of people that I care about.
Mhm.
So I prioritize their feelings over
Yeah.
my kayak people pleasing
I feel like
tendencies.
it's a very Indo thing juga. Gaya enakan is so common di sini.
I say red flag because I've been on the receiving end where like I had a partner who he would like try to please other people at the expense of my feelings.
All right. Yeah, that's not good.
And I hate that.
That's not
So
good. Yeah.
red flag.
Is mommy's or daddy's boy/girl?
For
Oof.
me,
I love people who are close with their families.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Because I am also very close with my family.
Yeah.
But I don't like
Anak mami.
anak mami yang cannot stand up for themselves.
Yeah.
And cannot stand up for their partners.
I think juga itu.
So, I mean, like, I think it's okay to be close to your family. I think that's a plus point to be close to your family. But I don't like, kalau harus, I always feel like I'm the one being sacrificed. You know, like he can't stand up for me, and apa-apa tuh ditentuin oleh the parents.
Yep.
I cannot. But in general, if they're close with their family,
Yeah, for me personally, aku nangkepnya tuh sebagai deket ke keluarga aja sih, because I don't think there's any daddy's girl or mommy's girl that's like has negative
yeah,
connotations to it. Guys, there's no stereotype, there's no stigma. So for me, it's a green flag because I associate it with dekat sama keluarga aja.
yeah. Like I'm very close with my dad and my
Yeah.
mom, so like I don't think it's a bad thing.
Yeah,
Always hangs out with the boys or with the girls.
yeah, that's fine to me. Oh wait, but like,
for me, I think I understand like people need their own me time and their time with their own friends.
Yeah.
But you also need to sisain waktu buat
yeah, I
pasangan
was
lo kan.
about to say, yeah.
Kalau lo, here's what I don't. This was from my dating experience. I was with people who did not understand that dating someone would require time
Mm-hmm.
and thought that dating someone meant that they could just still have the same
Right.
schedule as before. Which is, I don't think is realistic ya. Maksudnya gini loh, kalau lo udah mau pacaran, berarti kan lo harus menyisikan waktu buat pasangan lo. You cannot expect every day lo hang out tuh sama teman-teman lo.
Yep.
Unless, maybe, same friend group. But even then, masa every time you go out on dates is in a friend group
Yeah.
setting, pasti kan mau berdua juga
Betul.
kan. You know what I mean? So, I think in general, it's fine. I understand. Apalagi like cowok-cowok pasti mau hang out with the boys. I think that's
Yeah.
normal. But I think everything in moderation.
Yeah, I was about to say, green flag if in moderation.
Red flag if
Gak ada
no time
boundaries. Yeah,
for partner.
agree.
I think that rounds it up.
Hell yeah.
Yay!
Thank you guys.
Thank you,
I
Alif,
hope it
for
went well. I hope
coming
I was okay.
onto our show. We
Oh,
had
no
so much
worries.
fun having you today.
Yes.
Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and we hope you get well soon.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
No red flags, just green flags here.